Welcome to Cinema Therapy. If you like horror content, hit that like and follow button. We are still doing the Halloween marathon, and now we are on to 2018's Halloween remake.
Yes, because it's not a remake. It's not a remake at all. It's a continuation. So again, we haven't discussed this. I don't know if we haven't discussed this before. There are multiple timelines in this franchise. You got the Halloween original timeline, which is Halloween, Halloween 2, 4, 5, and 6. You got the H2O timeline, which is 1, 2, H2O, and Resurrection. You got this timeline, which is the original film. Skip everything else. Go to this film, Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, and then also the new direct-to-YouTube fan film, Halloween Aftermath, which is in between Kills and Ends. And then you have the Halloween 3 timeline, which is just Halloween 3, and the Rob Zombie films, which are separate. So 5 timelines. A lot. So this film ignores, like I said, Halloween 2, and the only film that it's a sequel to is the original. So it's a reimagining of the sequel timeline. Anyhow, this came out in 2019. I remember being very excited for this film because it was coming out after I could finally see a Michael Myers film in theaters. I was super ecstatic. So I went to see this twice, and this is one film I will say I absolutely love. So we're going to hold on to the hate from it because I actually love this movie. It is in my top 5 of the franchise. I think it's my number 4 spot, but it's debatable between 4 and 5. But this movie is just so good. It has flaws. Every movie has flaws, I think. Almost all of them do. Especially in this franchise, it's hard to, keep fishing for ideas. And also, there again, my biggest complaints for this movie, if I'm going to list any, are the fact that it does things from other movies that other movies did better. And then it also just feels like it's doing a lot of, nostalgia and, Easter egg type stuff, which isn't a bad thing. It just feels like sometimes it's trying so hard to remind us that it's a Halloween film. But it's okay. And I have to say, James Hugh Courtney as Michael Myers was fan-freaking-tastic. Best Michael Myers we've gotten since Dick Warlock and Nick Castle from the first 2 original films. You can say all you want to about any of the others. I know all of the actors who play Michael Myers, and I think that he is one of the top 3 best. His movements, his characterization, the way he just embodies the character is perfect. So this movie is really, in a lot of ways, a very strong movie. I don't like the idea of trauma they went with as much in this film for Laurie, but there are things in this movie that are pretty good. Some of the kills are pretty gnarly. They're pretty cool. And there are some characters we didn't need. Some characters I think weren't great. I will say, for new characters, I did kind of like Vicky, the friend of Allison, and her boyfriend. They were kind of fun. And then the rapport characters were kind of whatever. I didn't hate them or love them. They were just sort of there. Sartain, everyone knows, is kind of stupid, and we didn't need him. But I feel more passionate about other characters, to be honest. Sartain, the new Dr. Loomis.
Oh, yeah, I can't stand him in this movie.
Not as much as I can't stand Tina from Halloween 5. That's another conversation I know you and I disagree on. This movie is just sort of it's a
culmination of 40 years of trauma and waiting for
and then there's also
Michael to get out.
It's sort of like a redo of H2O, kinda. But 40 years later, and there's differences too, but it feels like a redo of Halloween H2O, just different.
But this one, they're not related. They decided to make her and Michael not related in this version. That is kind of a
stupid thing I didn't like in this timeline. It's
stupid.
It's like I have to be honest, I actually do like the sister-brother time. I think makes more sense why he's going after a random person. By the way, 40 years later, why would you go after one lady?
Why the fuck would you go back after her 40 years after?
Yeah, and why would she expect him to? Why would she expect him to?
And why?
Because how would she know that he's supernatural? Why would she know that he's a supernatural being? Because he attacked and killed certain people with a mask on.
He's not a supernatural being in this. He's just a man.
No, he is still a supernatural being. They explain that very thoroughly in this movie, but still,
he's
regardless,
evil.
That is the one thing this timeline didn't. I think especially the sequels to this one did worse, was what they did with the whole he's like this supernatural thing. And
evil dies tonight!
This is actually a good movie. The biggest problem I do have is why he is just going after Laurie randomly, dude, get over it, find a new victim.
And her family in this movie is fucking annoying. Yeah, they're just like, you're crazy, Mom. You're crazy.
I don't like...
The bitch went through a fucking trauma when she was 18. Of course she's fucking nuts.
Yeah, some people argue, though, that she's making a bigger deal out of one night, but she got, like, knocked downstairs, her friends died, like, that's kind of heavy to deal with when you're 18.
Right.
You go to school with these friends, all of a sudden, one day, you know, your whole life changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would be pretty, like, messed up from that, too, if everyone I knew died, or... Right. Several of my friends died, and I got attacked, and it was all linked to a holiday and a creepy guy in a mask. Yeah, I probably feel pretty messed up after that. Here, I don't like Judy Greer. I have to be honest. In these movies, I don't like Judy Greer. And also, Allison in these movies is okay to me. Honestly, I will say.
Allison's okay.
Saving it for later, but Allison is the best in Halloween Ends Fight Me. Fight me. I don't care. I will throw hands. And I'm going to give Halloween Ends some much-deserved clap back because y'all need to get respect for that movie. It is actually abysmal that you put that below Halloween Kills. And we're going to discuss that later. But for now, I will say this movie's actually okay. It's in my top 5. It's up there with Halloween 1, 2, Halloween H2O, and then Halloween 4. So, yeah. Give this movie some respect. I know a lot of people do respect this one, but enough said. I think this movie, all problems aside, I actually love the atmosphere here. I love the trick-or-treating vibes. I love the Halloween, the real, actual, like, holiday Halloween vibes.
The soundtrack
is killer.
Because John Carpenter comes back with his son, Cody Carpenter.
Yeah.
And they make a soundtrack to this, Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends.
I did think it was kind of fun, too.
Is great.
Yeah, I think, I will say, a lot of people, I know it's a little weird, but I do think it's kind of fun. They do have the Halloween 3 Seasons of the Witch masks sprinkled in there, too. In the backdrop, the Season of the Witch masks. Like, they're just random kids' costumes in this movie. Nothing, like, linked to that movie. It's not, again, this does not include that in the timeline. It's just an Easter egg. It's an Easter egg to that movie. There's some fun little Easter eggs. There's like a lady in hair curlers and a pink nightgown or whatever that's like a nod to Mrs. Elrod in Halloween 2. There's a hammer, like in Halloween 2, with the hammer death scene with the guard, the security guard in the hospital gets killed with a hammer. There's just a lot of things. There's a couple Halloween 4 and H2O references in here. There's the Halloween 3 masks. And they're also in the other 2 films, especially I think in Halloween Kills as well. So yeah, there's some fun stuff here. I did like it. I had some minor flaws with it, but overall it's a fun, enjoyable one. And if I'm going to watch a Halloween film, this is up there with the more rewatchable ones for me that I love. And so I have a lot of fun with this movie. I can put my problems aside for this movie and have a good time with this one. No problem. This movie is I think I gave this one 4.5 stars. It's really good. It's not flawless, but it's really good. And I kind of gone back and forth between 4 and 4.5 stars. I think this is a 4.5 star movie. Is it perfect? No. Is it a great, Michael Myers Halloween film? In a lot of ways, yes. So I can't go on forever on Steve, but I will say it's just a fun movie. Go watch it if you haven't. If you have, hopefully you kind of understand what I'm talking about and understand this movie's actually pretty good. Pretty great. Pretty whatever you think it is. But that's my thoughts. So, what are you before we end this video?
If you like horror content, hit that like and follow button. And Halloween is streaming on Disney Plus / Hulu. Or you can rent it on Apple TV and Amazon Prime.
And now going to burst more bubbles and Halloween Kills and ruin all your lives.
Yes, I'm sure that'll be another 10-minute video.
We're both going to hurt your feelings. Okay, take care. Bye.
Bye.